The fight for democracy, the fight to restore the soul of our nation, democracy hangs in the balance. Well, these were all the failed themes of the DNC, and ironically, democracy defeated them at the ballot box as America spoke up with one voice. But it never was about democracy for these Democrats. It was always about control. It was about taking the American people out of the equation on every single issue that might affect their lives. And color nobody shocked to learn that they're up to their old ways as we speak. They did not learn their lesson from this election. Today, President Biden welcomed President Trump to the White House. He welcomed a new chapter in history. This move angered many Democrats, especially the ones who orchestrated the coup against Biden in the White House. They were desperate to shove Biden out the door and install Kamala Harris, and believe it or not, it appears that's still their endgame. Here is a former Kamala Harris advisor on CNN just this week.
Joe Biden has been a phenomenal president. He's lived up to so many of the promises he's made. There's one promise left that he could fulfill, being a transitional figure. He could resign the presidency in the next 30 days, make Kamala Harris the president of the United States.
Whoa.
It would absolve her from being able to, from having to oversee the January 6th transition, right, of her own defeat. And it would make sure that it would dominate the news at a point where Democrats have to learn drama and transparency and doing things that the public want to see is the time. This is the moment for us to change the entire perspective of how Democrats operate.
This is now. They're so desperate. They want to hand the keys to Kamala Harris. In trying to do this, they are, no surprise, robbing women. They are robbing real women of smashing the glass ceiling the right way. Robbing women of the right to earn it. Is that a surprise to anyone? But of course, Democrats are not interested in earning anything. They need things handed to them. And you who pay for their getting their way, well, you just need to sit down and shut up. Even if you voted overwhelmingly against them, you do not matter. You are uneducated. You didn't go to the right universities. You didn't worship Hollywood celebrities that the way they have. You aren't in the right sorority. You didn't schmooze at the right cocktail parties. You don't matter. And that's their view. Case in point, this ridiculous push on their part to shove aside a Supreme Court justice, Justice Sotomayor, the first Latina ever appointed to the Supreme Court. Shove her aside, make way for Kamala Harris. That's a real thing. They're really proposing that. The American people did not vote for any of this. But remember, you don't matter in their eyes. You should have been aborted anyways. Another great example this week was orientation for newly elected senators. The Republicans took the Senate, remember? But Bob Casey, senator of Pennsylvania, refused to concede. Casey held up Senator-elect Dave McCormick's orientation, and McCormick was finally able to go, but Bob Casey has still not conceded, though it's clear McCormick is the senator-elect. You see, the rules don't apply to them. It never did. As President Trump gets ready to return to Washington, he knows what these people are capable of, and he knows where their interests lie, and it's not with you. And that's why you sent him there. They don't have your best interests at heart, and they've been very open about that.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.